It will be page 9, Roman 6. Page 9, Roman 6. Malad, this ought to have been done within 24 hours.
That is wrong. There is very substantial leads which have come up during the course of the investigation by the CBI, and they've given us a very elaborate statement of where the investigation is, what steps they have taken on the basis of the leads which you had given them.
Please, my lords.
And where they are presently situated. So obviously, let CBI continue to investigate, because it's important that these leads are not missed.
Please, my lords.
They have given us a statement on both aspects. The first part of the investigation, which deals with the alleged rape and murder, and the second on the financial irregularities, which were referred by the judgment of the Calcutta High Court, order of the Calcutta High Court to CBI. So they have bifurcated it in two parts and given us an elaboration on what is happening on both the fronts.
Manoj, has the IPDR report?
Mr. Solicitor, just one thing, please tell them. The injuries seem to have been accentuated by the fact that she was wearing braces and her glasses. How is it that she was wearing glasses at that particular point? Was she attacked when she was asleep?
She was asleep. Yeah.
Then how is it that she was wearing her glasses?
My lords, you can just doze off, you can lie down.
Was the body found with glasses on? Because ask CBI to just...
The glasses were not on.
Because
the Caesar list...
No.
The Caesar list of the particular day says that the glasses were broken and were found lying beside her.
Yes. The mattress.
On the mattress.
The mattress.
Visit ILMS Academy for various courses from contract drafting, RTI, labor law, GST, and more. Get certified to enhance employability.
I have not removed it, Malad, because of the fatigue, and she may have gone to sleep.
Manoj, another thing is whether the CBI has yet submitted the IPDR report, because that is being the game changer for your lordships to understand what was the traffic, the internet traffic that was going on between the accused, the victim, and it's a detailed report because it's called the Internet Protocol Detailed Report. Now, before what happened was that the investigating agencies did not have much of a problem.
So the traffic between the accused?
It can be anything.
Right.
Yeah. Basically, the data is collected from the particular service provider. After it is collected, then it is analyzed.
We have recovered. I see.
No, not recovery. I want the report. What does the report? Because it
Obviously,
analyze.
They are following up those.
Yes.
Let us only say that they have, solicitors said that they have recovered that data. They are following up further investigating that.
The second is whether, I do not know whether they have again examined Debashish Som, who happens to be one of the main persons concerned, because he was first examined, then he went into a hospital. He was released on the 12th of September.
Who's Debashish Som?
He is the main person with regard to the forensic. If there's any blotch-up being done with regard to the forensic report, squarely it goes to the North Bengal lobby and to this person.
No, Debashish Som
is part of the forensics of RGKAR.
He has been examined.
He was examined prior to 12. Then he went, of a panic attack, he went into hospital. I think that's what newspaper reports say.
He was an employee of the Calcutta police, or?
No, he's a doctor from RGKAR.
Yes.
He's a forensic doctor from RGKAR. And who happens to be very close to the person, Molai, Banerjee or Chatterjee, I don't remember, and the main person who was the head.
Som in this status report?
I don't think, Manoj, I didn't get the name.
Just 1 second.
No.
mentioned here, he was examined before hospitalization. And my lord, I may not, my lord, right now say much on that.
Or the report states anything about one person called Dr. Chandan Sen and whether his case file has been studied. Why it assumes great significance is that this Chandan Sen belonged to Ranaghat Municipal Hospital. He was murdered in the year 2003. Same fact. He was murdered, she was murdered. What was the racket involved? The racket involved was with regard to fake medicine. Medicine being sent out. And there was also a Bangladeshi module as per the reports of that point of time. As far as RGKAR is concerned, there is also a Bangladeshi module whereby the bio waste was being sent into Bangladesh.
Sir, I would request my learned friend, rather than, my lord, detailing
Because
this in
Chandan
open
Sen's
court,
family-
let him write down and give it to me in a
Because we have
sealed cover.
already permitted anybody who wants to furnish
yeah.
any information.
No, they give me in a sealed cover and I
Lord,
send them in a sealed condition.
ये बंद कर दो।
My lord,
It
on
cannot be appropriate to discuss it loudly. You just write it down and give it to me in a sealed cover. It would immediately be given to the CBI.
There's no need.
there are more grounds.
This particular doctor, why Calcutta is burning today? Because this particular doctor is the accused person who were convicted. Then in the appellate court, they were acquitted. Before this honorable court also, because the evidence collected was such that even before this honorable court, the acquittal stood. And that is the reason why all the elderly people, because this happened 21 years back, and that Dr. Chandan Sen's memory is what ignites the elderly people of Kolkata to come onto the streets.
My lords, we have
On
handed
the
our
last
papers.
occasion, my lord, I had given some names. I had said I would give names of persons who were present at the scene of the crime on the invitation of the principal of the college, who had nothing to do with the college, nor were they on duty at that time. They arrived even before the police arrived on the scene. And we have reason to,
then
yes, Lord.
Seven names, seven names.
I have 4 names. I don't have 7 names.
Jaising, that's a part of the report of the CBI.
Yes,
does
Lord,
deal-
with their designations, some of them are elected members of the West Bengal Medical Council. So this is the reason why we are arguing that this is not just a plain and simple murder and rape. There are many more people involved in the incident that has taken place.
Please, all that we'd like to say right now is that the report by the CBI does specifically advert to this. So let's leave it at that because we have further probing.
I did not mention the names in open court. 2 of them I did give to the Solicitor General. There are 2 more which I will forward to him in
My
sealed cover.
lords, on the next occasion, there is a priority, my lords, with regard to
In
this
fact,
financial.
Solicitor, your report at Roman 9 at page 6.
No, on
No,
this, my lord,
on this
page-
Roman
yes,
9 at
yes,
page
yes,
6.
yes. Page 6 and 7, where my learned friend, Miss Jaising's, my lord,
That sentence, all of them,
yes,
so on and so forth.
My
and
lords,
so and so, they belong to so and so,
So-
and also members of.
Fair enough, fair enough.
my lords, just one thing with regard to this is that a lot of these people who have been mentioned, I am told, in the CBI report with regard to financial irregularities, but also being present at the scene of the crime when they had no business to be, many of them are in positions of power
Even today.
And this is what is contributing to the threat culture, the enabling of threats, my lords.
Well,
So, my
while-
lord, if they could be, based on a prima facie appreciation of the status reports and the CBI investigation, sought to be, please, sought to be suspended temporarily from their positions until the investigation is over.
My lord, this is
That
one of
is
the
what we are
prayers.
seeking, my
My
lord.
lord, this is one of the prayers which we have made in an application file before the court, which I would like to address you on. My lord, today repeatedly it has been said that the doctors are not going back to work. The first statement I wish to make is the state of West Bengal has acknowledged in its reply that we are all back at work. I would like that statement. One second. Yes, it is. No, Mr. Mehta, it is linked. I'm trying to explain what accounts for the 51-day delay in their going back to work. I'm making a statement. I made a commitment on the last date of hearing that they will hold a general body and take a decision to go back to work. I am discharging that obligation by making a statement in writing that they have all gone back to work, and the state of West Bengal has acknowledged that in a reply filed by them today. So that issue, my lord, can be put to rest. Secondly, my lord, now the question is, what about the repetition of what happened last time? It is in that context that we say that the people who are being investigated by the CBI, 7 in number, are still in employment. And all that we are requesting is, this is the reason they didn't go back, because these people who are under investigation are still in employment in RGKAR. And we only request temporary suspension of these people pending the inquiry, so that we can go back there with a sense of confidence that they will not target us. Lord, I know an undertaking has been given, and I make a statement, we've not been targeted. I've made that statement, my Lord. But how does one expect them to work in the same college when the same people who are under investigating are still, my Lord, in positions of power? Therefore, only they should be suspended. My Lord, I know that no disciplinary action can be taken against them until a proper inquiry is held. But surely, my Lord, they can be suspended to inspire that confidence.
Let's hear Mr. Dwivedi. Yes,
So that's what we have, not in this language, but we have hinted.
Visit ILMS Academy for various courses from contract drafting, RTI, labor law, GST, and more. Get certified to enhance employability.
That, my lord, that if your lordship comes to page 7, just, my lord, at the top of the page, doctors belonging to so-and-so and also members of so-and-so, they claim that they tried to pacify the agitating trainee doctors. However, the agitating trainee doctors allege that aforementioned doctors were working on behalf of administration and also obstructing protests. Further investigation is.
My Lord, let's leave aside the protest.
Not
We are not on
restricted to
protest
RGKAR.
anymore.
It's not restricted to RGKAR. The people in positions of power are in positions of power with regard to the medical examinations, the examination board, the corporation that takes tenders, and the West Bengal Medical Council, my lords.
Mr. Solicitor, by the next date of listing,
My lord.
this is something on which you must apprise the court. I mean, who are the people, even on, forget whether they were involved in any conspiracy to hush up the murder, or that's a very important aspect, but keep that aside for a moment. Are there any people presently who are under investigation, who are in positions of authority in the hospital, against whom there is an allegation of involvement in financial irregularities?
Or, my Lord, with the crime.
Or with
Both.
the first crime.
Inside
Both
and
are-
outside the
With
hospital.
the cover up and the financial irregularities.
Both are
Yes,
crimes.
Both
yes.
are financial.
Either of the crimes or both of the crimes.
So let us know, because then.
So let
Mr.
CBI indicate, my lord, to us, my lord, who are those people, and we'll, my lord,
That's
then take.
Yeah,
action.
we'll give them the names and see.
Yes,
We'll give them the names, that's no
Because,
problem.
Mr. Solicitor, ultimately, any action has to be taken by the state government as the disciplinary authority. For us to issue a direction of a general nature right now, without being in possession of full facts, would be really to take over that jurisdiction of a disciplinary authority. So I think it would be appropriate if at this level, at least there is some sharing of information.
Yes.
Yes,
I will
On
share.
what, with the state government, so that then they can, because suppose they were to take action and there is a petition challenging that action, the first question would be, what is the basis on which you have acted? Second, of course, you can suspend in anticipation of a disciplinary inquiry, but they must have some material. Have you, as a state government, have you taken any call on any disciplinary action against
Well,
any
we
other
were told
person?
about 5 doctors, they have been, my lord, this suspended action have been taken. Rest, if CBI, as and when they tell us, my lord, something specific against them or that they have been made accused, because investigation is very wide.
Who are the 5 doctors in RGKAR whom you have suspended?
Who are the 5 persons? I'm sorry.
The recommendation is with the head of the postmortem is supposed to be the head of the threat culture.
Sir, there are many more than that.
And
My lord, we
just an RG.
willing to share the names with the state of West Bengal. And my lord, if they are not suspended, they can at least be asked to proceed on leave during this pendency of the CBI inquiry. Because, my lord, otherwise we'll be told again and again, you're protesting, you're not going back to work. My lord, it's been a big effort convincing them to go back to work. We've succeeded and they have gone back to work. But the reason I'm raising this issue is, my lord, I don't want to come back to the court and say it's happening all over again. So let them just go on leave. I will give the names.
Please
My
give
lord.
the names to
That-
the
yeah,
CBI.
No,
And I will give
Learned
the names
judge-
as well, my lord.
Chief Justice is saying it's for the state.
Mr. Saidi?
Please, my application 213387 is specifically on this issue, on behalf of doctors working across the state of West Bengal, where we have named specific individuals who are involved as part of the so-called mafia, syndicate, nexus, whatever my lord seems to call it. But this is the specific issue that we have identified, that the underlying motivation and the interstate nexus, not intrastate nexus, which is singularly responsible for what has ultimately happened, needs to be investigated. We have identified individuals in our application. That is the application number 213387.
Now,
So we will share
presently, we
those
are looking,
details.
right. Presently, we are looking at 2 aspects of RGKAR.
Please.
One, the actual incident which took place,
Please.
and the issue of financial irregularities.
Because this goes beyond our.
Now-
It's the entire.
It does go beyond our,
Minute.
my lord.
Absolutely.
No, my lord, today it's a question of
Just one
doctors
second.
going back to work.
The only question is that today, if we expand the investigation across other hospitals,
Please.
then we'll be in a situation where CBI will be left with an impossible situation. We are focusing on RGKAR, but rest assured, thereafter we'll see on what further to do. You have moved that application, that's important. At this stage, I think what you can do is, you can, Mr. Solicitor, you can look at the, IA, so that, you know, if there is any further, if you know, there is a need for broadening the investigation, you can apprise the court, and then we can pass whatever supportive orders are necessary to effectuate that purpose.
Sir.
Because if this is a part of a broader nexus, either intra or interstate, then certainly this is a matter which we'll have to entrust to the CBI, of course. But before we do that, we must have some concrete material
Yes, sir.
from
We shall,
the applicants,
examine
and which
their-
we must share with the CBI.
No, because we have been cautious in sharing the material because of the investigation is pending. I said, I have it in writing, but I'm not mentioning the names.
They are not going to take action because of the various doctors or groups of doctors or associations who are coming up with their own grievances and asking.
No,
us here and there. Just a minute, please. On the last occasion, my lord, when the doctors association met, my lord, the CM, the chief minister, my lord, then they requested transfer of the commissioner police, the DC North, the director medical education and director health service, all of them have been transferred. My lord,
They
from there.
wanted resignation,
Now-
my lords.
Now resignation, dismissal, removal, so that's the whole problem.
But he was given a,
No, my lord, no.
the commissioner of police
It's
was
just that,
given
you
a
know,
promotion.
for an inquiry, that somebody, suppose that is challenged.
That was the plea, my lord. The resignation
Has-
was the plea.
Would that even stand? It has to be
Demand.
action which is.
And this is what they want.
We are not making any such demand. Let them go and leave.
Just allow me. brother.
Advance, my lord.
Now, this is all of them signed it, but this is what they gave to us. We gave it to your
My
lordship
lord,
at the last.
may I
occasion.
just, your lordship will just.
Now, further, my lords, as and when, my lord, the CBI gives us, my lord, any information about any person, my lord, howsoever high or low, of having been involved, my lord, in something, or that, my lord, his presence is not required, he should be removed, or he will be action will be
I
taken
would only
against them.
request, my lord, I would only
No
request,
difficulty.
I would